Unit 10 has explored the fall of communism. The inevitability of communism's collapse. Although the actual timing of communism's collapse was heavily influenced by Gorbachev, and the system might conceivably have survived many more decades, communism was economically unsustainable and collapsed principally from within, casting doubt on the orthodox view that the Cold War was necessary and that the U.S. military buildup under Reagan was crucial in the collapse of the system. Gorbachev's role. Although there were many structural reasons underwriting the collapse of communism, this transpired in 1989 because of Gorbachev's willingness to accept democratic movements and not employ force as his predecessors had done, and as hardliners demanded. Without Gorbachev, it seems reasonable that the military establishment could have kept the Soviet Empire together despite its crumbling economy. The revolutions of 1989. Observers were stunned at the rapidity of the collapse of communist regimes in Eastern Europe in 1989, and later the disintegration of the Soviet Union in 1991. This testified to the deep discontentment with communist regimes, the weaknesses of its key institutions, and the system's chronic economic underperformance. A new Iron Curtain. Since 1989, Central Europe, namely Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, and Slovenia, seemed to have regained their traditional role inside Europe following the communist experiment, joining the European community and benefiting from globalization. While Eastern European recovery has lagged behind and its political future seems linked to Russian revanchism. Crony capitalism and fragile democracies. The fall of communism in the East has been a painful process, and in many places, like Russia, press freedoms are in danger, the poor are often worse off, human rights abuses are extensive, and corruption in the economy and politics is more rampant than ever. The Balkan tragedy. The Bosnian genocide was not inevitable. It was exacerbated by nationalist propaganda, and it highlighted the weaknesses of post-communist international world order. Many observers see the debacle as symptomatic of the dangers multi-ethnic states face during periods of political instability. The collapse of communism and the discrediting of its economic logic left capitalism triumphant in the Cold War battle of civilizations. With no ideological rival, capitalism was seen as the only game in town, initiating an era of rapid economic reform and trade liberalization we refer to as globalization. Capitalism was in the ascendance throughout the Third World too, with Eastern Europe and Latin America the most enthusiastic adopters of liberal market reforms. New World Order. The dissolution of the Soviet Union and its continuing problems meant its fall from superpower status, so that subsequently the world system was dominated by one superpower, capable of being the world's policeman or the bully of all. Post-communism in retrospective. The end of communism has proven neither to be a revolution of the people, nor a neo-colonial invasion from the West. Although there have been acute shocks and remain many disappointments, progress towards world integration remains steady, although many ordinary people wonder if the revolution was worth it, even if few are in a mood to turn back the clock.